What's going on, guys? It is ya boy Beer Gut Plays here, back at it with another episode of the NASCAR The Game Inside Line Season Mode, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed it so far. If you guys like the content and you want to see this channel grow, make sure you hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe to this channel for more content. Be sure to check out the series or the channel sponsor for today, Dubby Energy. Dubby Energy, it is an absolutely phenomenal product. I use it on a daily basis. Just used it during the most recent live stream and it was a lot of fun, let me tell you. Be sure to check that out. I will post the links at the end of this video. But guys, Dubby Energy, it gave me the energy to get through that live stream. I'll leave the link in the video description below. Use the code BEERGUT at checkout. You will save yourself a discount on your order. Now, guys, we did get our very first victory in the season mode that is going on with Dale Earnhardt Jr. We won at Talladega after dominating fashion. We led the majority of the laps. We came from about 26th, 27th position. So it was a lot of fun. And guys, we are on to Darlington, which is one of my favorite tracks to visit or to go to and, you know, watch on TV, everything like that. But man, this could be a really rough race for us. We're going to get to the actual recording. As you guys can see, we are currently in 5th place. We went up one spot after that win. Carl Edwards is your points leader, followed by Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, Tony Stewart, ourselves, Matt Kenseth. Jeff Gordon with those 2 victories is in the top 10. Jimmy Johnson is the last one secured in points, and then it is Greg Biffle and Mark Martin holding those 2 wild card spots. This is going to be an interesting race, because Darlington is its own beast, brother. Remember, this is the track too tough to tame, and boy, is it gonna be tough. As you guys can see, we're going on to Darlington, and that is one of my... I love Darlington in every form of racing. I love it in the video game. I love it on TV. I would love to go to Darlington in real life. That is a bucket list item for me to do, along with the Coke 600 and the Daytona 500. I would love to do the July or the summer Daytona race, but Florida gets hotter than the devil's butt crack, for Christ's sake. So would not love to go there. It is going to be a good race, I hope. I hope we can have a good run, and we're going to apply the setup, begin the race. I think we are going to be starting somewhere in the middle of the pack, so I am going to pick back up after Daryl and Mike Joy come back.
It's Thursday weekend, and we're at one of NASCAR's most historic racetracks, Darlington Raceway, for the Bojangles Southern 500. Mike Joy with Darrell Waltrip.
Well, you call it Darlington. I call it the Lady in Black. I call it the Lady Too Tough to Tame. This place, Mike, is a driver's track. It's one of the crown jewels. It's the one you want to have on your resume.
David Pearson's won here a dozen times. Jeff Gordon, 7 victories here. Who do you like?
I like Jeff Gordon. You know, he's been on a roll lately. I like Jeff Gordon, but Jimmy Johnson will be right on his tail.
It's narrow, it's fast, and the wall is unforgiving. Who this evening can tame the track too tough to tame?
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys and girls! With the best car in practice. Let's set the pace. This is our day, buddy.
Thank you, Daryl and Mike, for that intro, and we are starting way in the back in the 30s. This is a 73-lap shootout. We're going to get under the 47 of Bobby Labonte, and we are back. We are up into 33rd position. This is going to be a long race and a struggle at that. Do not look forward to having this run. Thankfully, Darlington is only on the schedule twice a year, and oh my God, Casey Kane out in front. He started on pole. and we're going to put it down on the apron, get under that 33 of Austin Dillon. We're going to pick back up here on lap 4. Going to get under the car of Eric Almirola, the 43, to pick up 27th position. Marcos Ambrose with the fastest lap on track so far. That is insane, because Marcus Ambrose is known as a road course ace, and we have a long while before we get to frickin' Regan Smith, about 3 seconds behind. Yeah, we're literally like 3 seconds behind. This car has fallen off quick. I am going to let Paul Menard get under us, let a bunch of other cars get under us, and hopefully we can pick things up. We give a little bit of a shot in the back to David Reagan. Danica Patrick right there. This car has not come around so far. It's really squirrely in the turns. I can't figure it out. We are not where we need to be. We want to make a championship run, and I understand, it's still very early in the season. We got a victory. We're currently top 5 in points, but we need to have a quicker, because Darlington's in the playoffs. I believe Darlington's in the playoffs in this game, so we need to have a faster car. We make a little bit of contact with Danica Patrick as she goes by us. Wow, this car is it's not as fast as I would like it to be, but that's all right. I'm going to let Eric Almirola get back by us. Luckily, Scott Speedless is way behind. He's about a second behind us. We're going to try a crossover move on Eric Almirola. That high line at Darlington, it can be a bitch. Let me tell you. You get, especially if you're a very inexperienced driver like myself in this game, I will admit it. I just play this game because I love NASCAR. And, maybe occasionally I can get a win, and we tried the crossover on Almirola. Did not work. Now we got a little bit of a lead on Almirola as Danica is pulling away. The Danica is pulling away here. A little bit of a water break. Currently recording this on Saturday night. We just finished up the first live stream of the NASCAR Heat 5 gameplay, just to try and get comfortable with that steering wheel it was a lot of fun. Got a lot of work I need to do, but we're gonna have some fun with that. It's kind of in preparation to get ready for NASCAR 25 when that drops, so hopefully we can kind of figure out things as it goes along. And we are still not able to run as great. Casey Kane and Kyle Busch having a battle up front, though, and we're about half a lap down. That is not good, as we've got a little bit of space between us and Eric Almirola in that 43, but man, we cannot run good to save our lives. Jesus, man, I need to figure out something quick. I got to figure out a strategy, because I need to have a good finish today. We're currently top 5 in the points. We need to have a good finish. We need to figure out what the hell's going on with this car, and just hopefully get our stuff together by the time the end of this race, and maybe contend for a top 10 finish. We bounce it off the wall. I'm going to keep it high, keep it away from Eric Almirola. We're going to drop back to 31st. Like I said, not exactly our best run going so far, but we are chugging along, trying the best we can to get, as much points as we can on for today, and move on to the All-Star race. We got that win, so we are definitely locked into the All-Star race. We just took it way too high, and we are not looking good. Well, we're up to 27th. We got a bunch of cars pitting. Our front tire is blood red right now, and I'm just doing everything I can just to maybe long pit and maybe hopefully get a caution as we are up into the top 5. This strategy might actually pay off for us. So get up to 3rd. I'll take it. I will take it. And yeah, that tire's gone. We're going to have to pit in a couple laps, though. 27 laps on a set of tires. Almirola pulls off into the pits. And Danica's already in the pits. And we are going to lead lap number 27 of 73. That is going to be an extra bonus point. We have over a second lead on Scott Speedless. And well, it's dropping, but we cannot give this thing away. I feel like if we keep running up front, maybe we'll catch a caution here. Oh, we need it. We need it. We need it. There we go. Lap 28 led. We've led our second lap. A second and a half fall off on that tire. Marcus Ambrose still having your fastest lap of the race. We're going to have to pit either this time or next time by, and we get the first caution of the race. What happened? Clint Boyer, Michael McDowell, Tony Stewart, a bunch of cars. Just not a good move by any of them. And we are going to pit here. Joe No Paycheck. Always called him that. And we're going to go to the pit. We're going to get 4 fresh Goodyear shoes. We're going to get a full can of Sunoco fuel, drinking out of the Sunoco water bottle. And let me tell you guys, this has been a great race so far for us. This strategy played into my hands perfectly. But we need to keep up because, we're going to have the freshest tires. We're probably going to be the leader of the race. I will definitely take that. Changing tires. Changing the other side. And they drop the car. We're going to come out. Should still have the lead because we lapped everybody else. Yes, we do. Austin Dillon in 2nd. Scott Speed in 3rd. Landon Castle 4th. Josh Wise rounds out your top 5 as it is lap 31 of 73. And we are going to get out to we got a big jump. And we're going to take this turn. Austin Dillon trying to power by on the outside. Cannot get through. And we should have the faster car, That Hendrick engine is one of the best engines in NASCAR, especially around this time. So Jimmy Johnson was winning championships left and right. Dale Earnhardt was winning races fairly frequently. And Jeff Gordon it was the twilight of his career as we have over a 3-second lead on Scott Speed. Almost called him Scott Stapp, the lead singer of Creed. Okay. 30. I'm trying to save the tires because, as you can see, we've got a big old lead on Scott Speed. And wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yowie, wowie. Wrestling reference. Another lap led. We could lead the most laps by the end of this thing. We had a dominant car at Martinsville until, late race caution kind of screwed us. Our own fault because we ran into frickin' was it Landon Castle or was it one of the BK racing cars? Doesn't really matter. And we got a big old lead on Scott Speed. Almost 5.5 seconds on Scott Speed. Dale Earnhardt Jr. from starting way in the back, that pit strategy really played out for him. And we are up big time. This is a good, we're having a good run. And drop down a little bit, but, we will continue to charge forward. That might have been the move of the race right there, running out there longer than everyone else, as we have the freshest tires, and we are just able to pull away from Scott Speed. Now, granted, Scott Speed is driving a ship box, but it's kind of weird because Scott Speed, I don't know, like I liked Scott Speed. Didn't he get into and we bounce it off the wall here, didn't he get into some shit because of iRacing, like intentionally wrecking or some shit like that? He was intentionally wrecking too much. I don't know, sound off in the comments. This had to be over a decade ago, and now it's over a 7-second lead on Scott Speed. We got a couple cars in the pits right now, but we're gonna keep it going. Big lead. Tires are a little worn out, but we're gonna keep running them. We're gonna keep it going. Maybe pit at about lap, let's see, 60 or 61. We'll see how it goes.
Nice and smooth. You're way out in front. Use that clean air.
I feel like we've led. We're gonna probably lock up most laps led in this race. Scott Speed just cannot keep up. I know that number 95, especially around this time, was kind of not a very good car, the Levine family racing. Sad to see them go because, they maybe they would have been a little bit more successful. Maybe we've seen them win a race or two in the next gen era. Although over a 10-second lead on Austin Dillon. That is insane. And the second caution of the race does come out. What happened here? Casey Mears. What was Casey Mears thinking? Just got up into Clint Boyer. Use your hand signals, dude. We're going to pit here. This should be the final pit stop of the race. This should get us to where we need to be. And this should be, because that'll put us at about 20 laps to go in the race. So we're going to put on 4 fresh Goodyears, get some fuel, just try and drive our heart out. Let's keep it going. Let's keep this run going. I'd just be happy to come out of this place with a top 10. I'll be honest with you. When I was doing my other channel, Beer Gut Races, the now defunct Beer Gut Races, I had some content on this. I think I was doing Ignition for a little while. By the way, Ignition is by far the worst NASCAR game ever. Might even be in contention for one of the worst video games ever. We're coming out with the lead. Austin Dillon out beside us. Casey Kane in third. Kyle Busch in fourth. Kyle Busch looking to get that win. He needs a win today. And the green flag drops. We are in P1. Casey Kane in that beautiful Quaker State car, and he is going to come into second. We have a Hendrick 1-2 in the running order. I don't know who's running third, but man, Casey Kane right on the rear bumper of Dale Jr. Feel like it's going to be between these two who leads the most laps. Another lap led for Dale Jr. We're going to drive it down into turn one. Casey Kane tries to give us a little shot, but we're pulling away, and we put it up into the fence just a little bit, trying to get down. Oh, God. Casey Kane, your new leader. We just could not control it. I would just be happy to come out of here, Darlington, with a third-place finish. Be happy to be on the podium. Could not be any more ecstatic. Kyle Busch, hard charging us. I feel like we made a boo-boo there, and he's going to drive under us. I tried to side draft him. I door him just a little bit. We're going to get under him. Marcus Ambrose with a surprise top 5 running in the 5th position. The Aussie just looking to have a solid top 5 run, and whoop, we just cleaned Ambrose out. It's on your boy Beer Gut right there. I was going low to try and get under him, and yeah, not my best move, not gonna lie. Keselowski leading. We're going to jump all the way up to 2nd. So we have a potential chance to win this thing one more time as we are on that outside lane. Keselowski on up front. Hamlin running 3rd with that Darrell Waltrip throwback. We put it in the fence. Joey Logano with the surprise top 5 run. Harvick right there in 5th. Harvick needs a win too. I know early in the season, but Harvick looking for his first victory. Joey Logano the same thing. We are going to ride it up on 3 and 4. Clint Bowyer, after being involved in 2 wrecks, running in the top 5, battling us for 4th and 5th. And ooh, shoot, save it. There we go. Harvick gets by us on the outside. Not a bad run. Like I said, I'd just be happy to get out of this place with a top 10. I know Kyle Petty has stated in multiple interviews he hates this track. He feels like they should put a fishing pond right in the center, but I love Darlington. I love the characteristics, the beating and banging, the hard driving, everything like that. It is just a fun race, and that Southern 500 was a fun one to watch as we get a little loose. Martin Truex Jr. come charging up on us. We're back to 7th with about 8 laps to go. We might seal another top 10 here. Keselowski looking for the win here. I believe that would be win number 2 on the year. And Martin Truex hard charging, but cannot complete the pass. This car has fallen off on this run, and I don't know why. I can't understand why it's falling off. We're going to drift it up high up against the wall. We'll let Martin get by us. David Stremme. Oh, Jesus. And that is caution number 4. Martin got by us. I let him go. I tried to come down, and David Stremme was right there. Regan Smith runs into us. Not a good look by Earnhardt Jr. We're going to be in 9th. Not going to pit here. Going to put us all the way up to 7th. David Stremme with the 6th place run. Casey Kane running in the top 10. Your pole sitter. With about 5 laps to go. The shootout. And the tires are gone. We're going to get under Stremme. Under Clint Bowyer. We're going to get back into the top 5. Denny Hamlin up there in 4th. Who is leading? Keselowski. This is interesting. We're going to get on the brakes here, get into turn 3 and 4. Take that high line. Clint Bowyer. Oh, God. And, geez. Oh, God. Mayhem here in Darlington. And we're going to drop all the way back. And there is going to be an overtime. The first green-white checker. God. I absolutely love this game, by the way. It is probably in the top... I'd put it in my top 5 NASCAR games of all time. It is a lot of fun. And we are going to be... Greg Biffle got the lucky dog there. We are dropped all the way down to 21st. Good night. It was a good night by a couple late race wrecks. Brad Keselowski pitted under that caution. And now your leader, Kevin Harvick. I'm going to get under everybody. Greg Biffle. Oh, Jesus.
Great save. You are the man. Got one more.
I'm just beating and banging. I was frustrated at this point. Not even going to lie. I was just so pissed off. And was not happy. We're going to put it on the wall to give it the old Darlington stripe. David Reagan gets into us, but it is going to be the white flag lap. Kevin Harvick out in front. And Jesus.
He's coming up fast. One up top.
Tony Stewart back here 25th, beating off the pause. We are just beating and banging as we come to the white flag. I just full send it, and Stewart is not going to be happy with me. And Ricky Stenhouse had nowhere to go. Looks like we're going to finish 30th, boys and girls. Congratulations, Kevin Harvick, on your first victory of the year. 30th place finish. You know, this was a lot like Kansas, where we're running up front with a couple laps to go. We got wrecked and DNF'd the thing. We actually finished this race, but not where I thought we should. Kevin Harvick, David Stremme in second in the Inception Motorsports. Is there any other weird top 5 guys? And sound off in the comments. Michael McDonald's is out. Scott Speedless, who was running second to us for a while. Marcus Ambrose finishes in the top 10. We're going to take a quick look at these point standings before we get on to this thing. We actually jump up to 4th. Kevin Harvick is your new points leader. Brad Keselowski is 3rd. Carl Edwards 2nd. We're 4th. Tony Stewart in 5th. And now Jimmy Johnson drops out of the top 10. He needs to turn it on if he wants to get that 3rd Hendrick Motorsports car into the playoffs. I would love to see all 4 in there, but I don't know. Your 2 wild cards, Greg Biffle and Mark Martin. Yep, Greg Biffle and Mark Martin. That is strange. Mark Martin at this time was... I know he's going to run all 36 here, but Mark Martin was just running a part-time schedule at this point, so... Tony Stewart falls down to 5th after a last lap accident with us because we got that one position better than him. I believe next race is the All-Star race. Yes, it is. That is going to be a lot of fun. Well, guys, hopefully y'all enjoyed the episode. Didn't have a great run, but we were pretty dominant and a lot more dominant now. That gives us hope for when Darlington comes back around the second time around. Felt like we missed the setup, but, strategy did play into our favor. Guys, you want to check out some of the other content that I am running on this channel? Be sure to check out the links posted right beside me in the 4 corners of your screen. Guys, I'm going to get the hell up on out of here. I love y'all. Hopefully y'all have a great day and a great evening. Mwah. And peace out, my friends.